Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you what you should track and report on for your social media campaign. So it's really important that you are looking at the numbers and you are tracking how your social media, and not just your social media, but how everything in your business, in your accountancy firm, how it's all progressing. And it's good to look up these numbers over a period of time as well. So you can do this month on month. We recommend you look at the data every month. But we also recommend that you look at the data rather than comparing it to each month. Compare it, over a period of time. So maybe 6 months to a year to a few years. That's where you really see the most sort of traction. But anyway, the purpose of this video is to let you know what kind of things you can report on and what would be the best things to track as KPIs for your accountancy firm. So the first thing that we recommend you report on is your social media growth. So how your social media channels are growing. So I'm just going to show you how you can actually do that. So if you go to Twitter, for example, and I'm going to share with you how to do it on Twitter and Facebook, since they're usually the main ones, especially Twitter. Twitter, you can get the most organic reach without having to spend much on paid advertising or even anything. We don't spend anything on paid advertising with Twitter, and we still get in front of a lot of people. But anyway, if you go to Twitter, as long as you're logged in, what you then need to do is type in analytics.twitter.com. And if it's your first time doing that, it will say, do you want to turn analytics on? Just click on yes or okay. And then you'll be able to see all the data about your Twitter account. So just to let you know some of the things that we report on, we have a look for each month. If you scroll down, it will give you the data for each month. We have a look at how many tweet impressions, so how many times our tweets were seen by different people. So that's 121,000, so that's really high. Again, how many people saw our Twitter profile, so that's just over 31,000. How many people mentioned us, so how many people were talking about us online on Twitter, and then how many new followers we had. So so we've had quite a bit of growth in June, and then we also compare it to the previous months as well. And we keep going and keep tracking how much our different Twitter accounts have been growing on a month by month basis. And then we look at the data over a period of time. So not just over month on month, but over 1 month to the next 12 months. How much have we grown? So where are we now compared to 12 months ago? That's the kind of things you want to look at. So that's on Twitter. It's mainly about how many people you reach in front of and how fast and how many new followers and stuff like that you are getting each month, and it just gives you a really good indication as to how you are growing. So that's for Twitter. For Facebook, you can do something similar by going to your Facebook page. As long as you're logged in, if you click on Insights, you'll be able to get similar information to Twitter. Again, on Facebook, just keep in mind though, to get really any real reach on Facebook, you need to do paid advertising, because just doing organic posting each day isn't going to get you in front of a lot of people. But if you are doing paid advertising, then that will definitely get you in front of a lot more people. But just again, regardless if you are doing paid advertising or just reaching out to people organically on Facebook by posting updates, either way, the kind of things that you need to be looking at are your likes, so how many people are liking your page each month, your reach. You can have a look at the others if you're interested too, but they're the main ones that I kind of tend to look at. And also your posts. What are the best performing posts? So you can post more of that kind of stuff. Twitter as well also has something similar. If you click on tweets, it will tell you what your top performing tweets are. So you can choose, the different months. So you can choose the top tweets and just select top tweets here, and it will tell you how many, what were your top tweets and how many impressions you got and how much engagement you got and so on. And it will also tell you how many clicks you got, how many retweets you got for that month, and how many tweet likes you got. So again, all really good data to give you a good indication as to how your Twitter and also your Facebook campaign is performing. So that's one of the first things that I would do. So I'd compile the numbers that are most interesting to you. For me and for our clients that we do this for each month, because for our social media clients, we actually send them this monthly report where we report on a lot of this data. We send it to them each month. We normally report on new followers, reach, tweet impressions, all that kind of stuff I just showed you. And again, just pick the ones that are going to be the most interesting to you, but I think they're the main ones. So that's the main thing you want to track when it comes to your social media growth. But then we move on to where I think is a lot more interesting and also, potentially more important as well. So the social media growth is really just to get you out there, get you in front of more people, be seen by more people, be remembered by more people. But the leads, so how many new leads you get, how many new people you get signing up to your email database is, arguably even more important, because that's where you're going to get the business from, right? So these leads, people that have signed up to your email database, are going to be really, really important, which is why we focus so much on lead generation when it comes to using social media. So you want to track how many new leads you're generating. So in order to do this, I think probably one of the easiest ways to do this is use some sort of email software. So we use ConvertKit, for example. So we actually moved from MailChimp to ConvertKit from March, so that's why we don't have any data before then. But you can get a quick snapshot as to how many new leads we've been getting each month, and this is from social media. So like in March we had 109, then in April 76, then in May 112, June we had 105 leads. We're in July now. So far we've got actually over 200 leads for this month. So we can see, the general trend that it is increasing in terms of how many leads we are getting. And it is actually growing, so that's a good sign. And also generating, over 100 leads each month is again really good. And it wasn't always like this. We started off with just getting a few leads each month, 1 or 2, then 5, then 10. And over time, the more that we built up momentum, the more people we got in front of, and so on, it just started to increase more and more, and it will keep increasing as well. That's one of the really cool things about using social media. The more that you do it, the better the results that you can get. But the point is that you should be tracking how many leads you get each month, how many new people are subscribing to your database each month, and keep an eye on that, right? And just report on it each month. So that's new leads. That's going to be really important. And then the next thing that you want to report on is how many new opportunities and meetings do you get. Now, keep in mind that the leads that you get, they're not going to turn into a new opportunity, someone that contacts you, someone that's interested in working with you straight away. So you don't really want to be comparing how many new leads you got for 1 month compared to how many new opportunities and meetings you got for that same month. What you want to do is you want to compare it over a period of time. So you want to see how many leads you got in a year, and then you want to see how many new opportunities and meetings you got in a year as well. Because maybe you get a lead 1 month, maybe in January, and maybe that lead doesn't actually book a meeting with you or want to talk to you until 6 or 7 or even sometimes a year or 2 years down the line. So you want to compare this data over a long period of time, right? But you do want to track how many new meetings you are getting. And the final thing that you want to do is you want to track how many new clients are you winning. And you have to remember that all of this works together. So, for example, if you generate a new lead on Twitter or you generate a new lead on Facebook, chances are that it wasn't just Facebook on its own that helped that lead become a lead. Chances are they saw your content, they read your your blog, they maybe saw something else you posted on some of your other social media channels, maybe they saw some of your videos. There's lots of different touch points that people are likely to have before they become a lead. And again, the same thing is true for any opportunities and meetings. There's going to be a lot of touch points from between the time that they become a new lead to the time that they actually contact you to work with you. There's going to be lots of different touch points. So if someone books a meeting with you and they came from a lead from Facebook, don't think that it was Facebook on its own that helped you get that opportunity and meeting. You have to consider everything else that you're doing, because chances are there were lots of different touch points, lots of different times they saw your content, they saw your brand, your accountancy firm before they actually booked a meeting. And again, that's why we also have a look at the social media growth to see how many people we are actually getting in front of. So you don't want to just be comparing it, from one channel to the next, because all these different channels and all these different ways of getting in front of people and all the content that you create, they all work together. So for us, for example, in our company, we track how many new leads we get. Even though we can split it into different social media channels, we tend to put all the new leads together. We put all the opportunities and meetings together, and we put all the new clients that we win. We put it all together. That includes people that we win maybe we get a lead or we win a new client through word of mouth or through a referral, but it doesn't mean that they're going to sign up with us just because they were a referral. They're still going to look at our website. They're still going to look at our social media. So again, that's why we put all of this together. But the important thing is that when you look at all this data over a period of time and you compile all the data together, that you're actually increasing and you're growing. So you're getting more leads over a period of months and over a period of years even, and you're getting more opportunities to work with new people and new clients, and you're also winning new clients as well. So your accountancy firm keeps growing. So they're the kind of things that we recommend that you report on when it comes to your social media campaign and when it comes to tracking the performance of all things digital in your accountancy firm.